Fie, foe, far. Ask not whence the thunder comes. For between heaven and earth is a perilous place, home to a fearsome giant race.
Director Bryan Singer of the X-Men films has taken Jack and the Beanstalk, given it a mega effects and story upgrade, and chosen a fine cast to tell the tale.
Am I dead?
Not just yet.
Bryan Singer, welcome to Top Billing. Firstly, why did you choose to do this story in particular?
Well, when I chose to make the film, there was no other fairy tale movies out there, so I thought I'd like to make a fairy tale movie. And the reason I chose Jack and the Beanstalk is I think the story itself is such a simple little story, but it's got such huge visual icons. The two principal ones would be the beanstalk and giants. And I thought, well, how can I realize those things in ways that I haven't seen yet?
The legends are true. Elmont, assemble a team of your best men.
Yes, sir.
Bring back my daughter.
Your Majesty, I want to volunteer.
For authenticity, they shot around the fairy tale British countryside. But for that full giant effect, Singer knew he had to film the action in 3D.
I haven't watched that many 3D movies, and every time I do, it still brings back that wonderment behind the story because it makes you feel like a kid again. Why did you choose to shoot it in 3D?
Well, I thought if there was ever a movie that deserved an immersive experience, it would be a movie about a journey to a land of giants. You just want to be there under the water. You want to feel the giant leaning into your face, and I knew that I could do some fun things with the 3D.
To avoid the film becoming one huge video game, the producers cast the very warm and sympathetic Ewan McGregor as Elmont, and outstanding comic character actor Stanley Tucci as Roderick.
How was your experience filming this movie?
It was great. It was fun. I got to work with Ewan again. We hadn't worked together for 15 years. We just had a great time.
Yep. We had a chance to play these slightly over-the-top characters, classic fairy tale story characters. The good knight, the bad, evil guy.
Yeah.
But he was fantastic. The best part about your character, I think, is your hair didn't move the whole time.
I know, even in the rain.
Kind of amazing, yeah.
Even in the rain.
How did they keep it so perfect?
Well, there's a great deal of secrets there, hair secrets.
You look like you had a tremendous amount of fun in the film. Why is it that you enjoyed playing this very colourful villain so much?
Well, I like him because he's an archetype. You know, he's the classic bad guy who has really no moral center at all, and he'll stop at nothing to get what he wants. And he has a very wry, dry wit, and I like that. It's funny.
I'm talking to giants. That's my favourite line.
It's a funny line.
That must have been quite challenging, though, because they weren't actually giants in front of you. What was there in front of you?
Tennis ball on a stick.
You're joking?
No, that's what... Because everyone has to look in the same place. So if you're just looking into a space, invariably I'll be looking there and Stanley will be looking there. So there's an eye line, and there's a guy with a big pole with a tennis ball on the top, and that's where we all look at the tennis ball, so we add to that.
Sharpen your swords and prepare for battle, everyone!
Because the giants were so brilliant, I was trying to figure out if they were all animated or if there were actual physical actors behind it. And then I saw Bill Nye was obviously the lead. That was amazing.
Yeah, he's terrific. He did it. He brought in a great accent, and he also every day before he would shoot on the mocap stage, he would go into his car, roll up all the windows, close the doors, and scream for 20 minutes to blow his voice out for the day, so he could have that rough voice that he brought to the character.
Are you ready, my brothers? The casting of the very British actors Nicholas Holt and Elenor Tomlinson adds a classic texture.
Take us through the breakdown of each of your characters. So, Jack, of course, and Isabelle.
Yeah, Jack is a young farm boy who has grown up without his parents being around, raised by his uncle. He, hasn't had a lot of breaks in life. Is made to feel kind of useless, and although he's always doing his best, it always never quite works out the way he planned. But on this one, he's an unexpected hero, and he steps up to the plate and manages to kind of become a man along the way on this journey.
Isabelle was born into the royal family, but she doesn't necessarily like the lifestyle that brings with it. She finds it very trapping and very, very lonely, really. You know, she's looking for adventure. She wants to matter, and she wants to prove herself as a woman, and that she doesn't need to be kind of taken care of at every turn. So, yeah, she goes on this adventure and basically runs away from the life that she has been forced into, and runs into Jack and falls in love with him because he never treats her like a princess. So, you know, she loves that he's just a...
In a good way, though. He still treats her well.
Yeah.
Just not like a princess.
Isn't that what every girl wants, though? Is to be treated like a princess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why should people go and watch this film?
Because it's a lovely film to watch with your family and your kids. It's a bit scary, the giants are a bit frightening, but not overwhelmingly so, and certainly not too much for your children. There'll be no nightmares, but they'll get the thrill of the real story of Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
Well, I absolutely enjoyed it, and you were a fantastic hero. I mean, anyone who watched your motorcycle journey would know that you are really brave in real life. So you're just brave with great hair.
Brave with bigger hair. Can't stay high like that when you're wearing a helmet.
How do you think I kept my career going? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Jack the Giant Slayer opens Wednesday the 20th of March. And if you can try to catch it in 3D.
That worked out better than I expected.